The Urban Dictionary describes a hater not as a person jealous of you, but as a person not happy for the success of someone else. So let's say you were to come along and write some poems like "Open mic addict, still I rise, pull your pants up, why you want a thug," etc., etc., etc. You know what they say a hater's gonna do? A hater's gonna come up to you and say something negative about you because that make them feel better about themselves. That's why I tell the haters to please keep the hate alive. Because whether you realize this or not, you're helping me get more fans. But all of a sudden, people think it's okay for them to question me as a man. So I'm gonna have to respond to these people. But this time I'm gonna try to talk real slow and translate it because I'm hopeful they can actually understand. No mi hombre, no mi familia. You do not know me. You're being too familia. You really think your skills are ill? Mine's are illa. So since you decided to rise with all your likings, I guess I get a chance to rhyme like a deaf dealer. Here's the bottom line. I want to thank you because your responses make my bottom line grow. You can't be serious, calling me the lyrics and thinking you can put me on blast when you've got a Frankenstein flow. People want to question me as a man, right? So I'm going to start acting mannish. I'm going to start by giving poets some advice. I think that flow might sound more like a flow if you spit it in Spanish. Most people love my style. Some people think I should change it. I'm starting to think maybe the reason they need me to talk so slow though is because English is their second language. Now before you say he's dissing Hispanic people, no, that's not really the facts. Because if you think about it, English can also be your second language if you Asian or you white or you black. And I'm not the one that go around calling grown men their son. Like people should want to grow up and be like you. Yeah, that's exactly what these open mics need more of. Poets who cannot memorize a haiku. Revisit your piece. Son, you remember that? I do. Why don't you revisit your own, son? That way you can memorize them. Then you'll look like a real performer. You wouldn't have to read that shit off your phone. Some people, all they do is bash brothers. They think they can Seiko or Maguire playing in Oakland. Let me get this straight. Your host think he better than everybody. Keep saying he don't like amateur poetry. So why the hell does he host so many opens? Why am I the only person with enough guts to tell this dude he should take a Terrell Owens? Get it a T.O. because your negativity smells up the room like B.O. I'm not the one like Neo. I don't know why some people trying to be Morpheus. Am I the only person realize some people co-sign every person they've ever mentored and then treat the rest of us like they're expecting more from us? But for some people so quick to give their signature. Diss me even though everybody know I got 6-7 joints that would be his signature. Then tell people that I'm not good enough to feature because I'm missing something. Real reason they don't want to feature me is because I'm not kissing something. Like I said before, that's favoritism, sick and disgusting. Kind of like they're engaging in incest. Ew. Kissing cousins, and it's not even like they kissing on the cheeks. When you see them at the show, they just sitting there tonguing. Oh, you're my soul brother, you my soul sister, I love you. Yeah, they sitting there tonguing. Or actually, it's kind of more like they're spreading the cheeks and then sticking the tongue in. I mean that like in a metaphorical sense, of course. Y'all don't wanna know anything about that game. I try to tell these poets I could do this all day and all night. So let me give them yet another example that I'm not playing. This ain't a sport, it ain't boxing, it ain't mixed martial arts. On the mic, I got some lyrics that'll chop you up, then I'm gonna mix up your body parts. If you wanna talk to me like I'm bitch made, I'm gonna start pulling out lyrics sharp and switchblades. MCs get paid like you pay hitmen based on how many hits they've made. That's why if you add up all their years and all their careers, I guarantee you in 18 months that I've got more hits because they never make hits and I never miss. There's no more Mr. Nice Guy, no more disclaimers. I believe in freedom of speech, so feel free to make all the comments you want about me, but then I guarantee I'm going to come up here and I'm going to make you famous. That's why me and this other dude should never be compared. You know why people start calling me 100 now? Because they say I'm like another MC squared. People talking all kind of dumb stuff about me. They get a real smart answer. My style is such a rare sickness, you gotta compare it to heart cancer. I make a poet feel like he got a tumor in a cortisone. Look at them. After I spit, they get mad, their face get red. They look like they need to use some hydrocortisone. Think of yourself, you got it wrong. Think you better than me? Not for long. If it was me against you, who do you think the people in your crew would really put them dollars on? For these poets that think it's their job to sit back and point out everybody else's flaws, I think the people would love to see you put your money where your mouth is. Why don't you get your 5 best pieces? I get my 5 best pieces. We could both put up $500 so I can shut you up and take your money and prove that 9 out of 10 people surveyed at tonight's open mic prefer the sound of J2's poetry much better than yours. So this would be the appropriate time for y'all to man up, stand up, team up, woman up. I don't give a what. I'm sick of you talking. Take the challenge of where I come from. They would call you a chicken. My style is kicking like judo. I can tell when to do this pseudo. Haters are scared to go mano y mano, so when they come after J2, they had to form a group. I think I'm gonna start calling them menudo. My skills are that puro. Yours are basuda. If you got insufficient memory for your poems, might be time for you to upgrade your computer. Can't keep up with my pace? Ain't my fault. You don't even qualify for the race. Son, I'm Usain Bolt. I beat poets so bad, I'm gonna start showboating at the finish line. Just cause you promote a show don't mean you got a good business mind. I just felt like saying that in public because I already challenged all these people, though none of these haters want it. What they want to do is talk about me behind my back. Then they go around congratulating each other. But when it comes time to get on the mic, they get a streak of yellow running down their back, and I know that's their true color. If you think your skills are way better, when you get a chance to prove it, you shouldn't be backing out. Make a whole bunch of excuses, scared to take the test like this is Mayweather Pacquiao. You do not intimidate me. I will not allow you. Hosts of an open mic should be like Ryan Seacrest, not Simon Cowell. I thought this was an open forum, open for all forms of expression, not a showcase of negative narcissists who want to criticize everybody else, but then don't want to see their own reflections. Some people that have open mics, they want to give you advice. They think they Russell Simmons. But I have a rule. I don't trust people that talk one way man to man and then talk a whole nother way when they get in front of some women. That's why I give a damn about any man looking at me with screw faces. When I go to sleep tonight, I'm not the one that's going to have to take off one of my two faces. Keep hating on me because I'm the trendsetter. I'm the capital letter J. Hey, that's kind of ironic because in the alphabet, J happens to be the 10th letter. Hey, if you compare me to some of these poets, there's a chance I'm the ultimate competitor. There's other poets just cannot stand the fact that people like my poem better than hers. So they come after me 8 against 1. Real brave, real valiant. You know I have no problem taking on an entire poetic brigade because none of them have that much talent. But me, I'm like the Lone Ranger, no Tano. I don't care who you think you are. You talk about me, I'm going to talk about you too, no Bono. Compared to mine, your poems, no bueno. And as usual, I'm the star of tonight's show. Jay Leno, they don't even talk about my piece. They just want to throw stones and hit me. So be my guest. Stick your nose in business that's not yours so I can chop that shit off and take it home with me. You bring the arrogance and the attitude. I'm going to bring the humor and the applause. I'm going to bring a tongue sharper than a razor blade. You could bring the bandages and the gauze. I'm going to be laid back. Please bring me your overly dramatic performance. I'm going to bring you a shitstorm. So when Hurricane James come through, your show going to look like New Orleans. And P.S. to some of you promoters, or is it coordinators, or is it facilitators, or is it curators? Okay, whatever you calling yourself this week. You know what I want you to do for me after I spit? I want you to do the same thing you did when your host was up here dissing everybody else's work, which would be sit there and don't say shit. Because for some people, that seems to be about the only thing that they're really good at. They start talking about how they want to reach young people in the hood, but then when you want to do a show for the young people in their hood, they forget where the hood is at and they don't do jack. When a host be up here setting a horrible example, and thus far standing up to these snobs is a job you've never exhibited the testicular fortitude to handle, and although I show them respect, they start texting me, testing me, questioning me as a man. I am sorry. Talk about me like that, I'm going to burn you like toast and I'm going to eat your ass up with some honey, chocolate, raspberry, purple heart, rainbow, magically delicious, shooting star, rainbow, mango jam. If you haven't noticed, people love Open Mic Addict, they love Still I Rise. That's why they're agreeing with me, laughing and clapping. Hopefully some of these young people start to realize how dumb you have to be to take all your writing advice from a never was who's being mentored by a has-been. You hear anybody want to issue on a mic, you let them know I do too. Because I'll come up with a response like this for every letter in the alphabet, and I have no problem making the next one about you.